The Louisville Cardinals, one of the big winners of the offseason, L's up in the chat if you need to, if you must. A very talented roster this year for Pat Kelsey and co, who are looking to have a really good year. Spent a lot of money on this roster, added a lot of pieces. I'm a big fan of this team. I think they can make a Final Four. I think they can win a national championship. And we got a little inside look here of an open practice that they had. And I think you see some of the things that entice you about this basketball team. On top of breaking news, Dion, can I tell you this?
What's that?
Obina Akizi is 7-2 now.
Is he really?
Yep.
So everybody's 7-2.
We're here. We're here.
Everybody's
Boom.
seven
We're
two.
here. Boom, boom. We're good. We're hey, on my Colin Coward. Hey, we're okay. We're good.
Hot seat Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby, we got to see us. We. Before we talk about this film that we saw, I think it was courtesy of 35KY Sports on Twitter. Dion, where are you at with Louisville stock at $4?
I think Louisville's a top five team in the country. I think that's a $5 stock. I also think I might think everybody's a top five team in the country right now. I gotta look into that a little bit. But I do really like this Louisville team. It's L's up for me all year. I would buy all the Louisville stock if I can.
I would as well. This team is fun, and I think that this team is going to be one of the best in the country. If you want to participate in stakeholder.com, use the link in the description of this video. You get a free $15 when you sign up using that link. Shout out to Stakeholder, the college basketball stock market. All right, Dion, like I said, this was courtesy of 35KY Sports Media on Twitter, who gave us this first look at the cards. A little bit of a dynamic warm up here, some passing drills. Then you have like some more, I think, look like big and guard or guard wing and big separation on both ends of the court. Got some guard finishing, some guard ball handling. Also got to see the bigs as well, do some pick and roll, some finishing stuff. What do you take away from this 1 minute 40 second clip seeing this year's version of the 2026-2027 Cardinals?
They look different. Did you see the clips this morning that they posted too with Flory?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
We didn't need those.
I'm intrigued.
You're how
I'm
intrigued are you?
very.
Okay.
If he's doing those things, I like because my take on Flory is that he thinks he's Nikola Jokic, but I just want him to be Clint Capella.
Ah,
He can be Jokic if he's doing the things that I saw in those videos. I'm very intrigued by this team. They feel different than last year too. Like way, way, way different than last year. It feels like there is structure to them. Last year's team kind of felt like roll the ball out there and have fun. It feels like this year's team has an identity.
yeah. And like just visually, they look like bigger, more athletic than last year's team, I think, too. Like to be honest
Yeah.
with you, and maybe it's like, after a year of watching a horse with two missing hooves, to put this in horse racing terms, and Sonata Frew, you put a thoroughbred horse out there like Flory Badunga, shit looks sweet. It looks really good. And they just like to me, it's just like there's the length, there's the guards, right? You have Montgomery on the wing, you got Boy Dong Long, shout out to Greg on the wing. Adrian Woolley's a bigger guard as well. So like visually, they just look like they are like have a more sense of an athleticism, don't they?
Yeah, they look like they're gonna get in a stance and play defense. And like last year's team, we were not concerned with that by any means. But they look like they're gonna play a little defense. We know Kelsey's gonna build a roster that can score. If they're gonna play defense on top of how much they can score, this team's very dangerous, man. Like if Flory's hitting shots, you have Fulgaris that can hit. Who on this team can't shoot? Carter Knox was like 40% last year. Like
Right.
everybody on this team can shoot. It's really hard to guard teams when everybody can shoot. Period. In like professional basketball, that's hard. Imagine what like Kennesaw State's gonna do with Louisville this year. It could get nasty for some teams.
Yeah, look, I think it's just going to make it a very tough team to prepare for because I think they have so many weapons, right? And
Yeah.
last year the weapons were Michael Conwell. Like to be honest with you, I didn't really even see Isaac McNeely as that much of a weapon. I thought he was a really good shooter, but like the weaponry of it, I guess, was not there. Um, so it's like I just think that this year's team is going to have a new level of it's just hard to check, and there's different ways that they can play offensively as well. They're very one-dimensional offensively
Yeah.
last year. I don't think they need to do that this year. Do you think there's going to be a little bit more of a shift of trying to be a little bit more balanced offensively instead of just launching threes? Because I think there's guys on this team that can put pressure on the basket more.
Um, yeah, but I see. I think the difference for me is I think Kelsey did the launch three things because that's what he had on the roster. Like I think Kelsey would prefer a drive and kick style offense, and that's how you get your threes. That's my takeaway with Bama too, right? Bama takes a lot of bad threes. I like good threes. I think this Louisville team is probably going to take a similar number of threes that they took last year, but they're going to be good threes this year. They're not going to be bad threes. They're not going to be McNeely transition threes, respectfully.
I mean, McNeil is a good shooter though.
He was a good shooter, but like he took bad shots still. Like
Yeah.
you can shoot 40% from three, but if your 60% misses are like in transition, top of the key threes, it's like, brother, you could have shot 50% if you just didn't take that three and we got layups instead. Like the shot diet of last year's Louisville team bothered me more than the percentage.
It definitely did, especially because last year's shot diet was like, I mean, it was simple. Did Louisville make threes?
Yeah,
Yes. They probably won. Did they miss threes? Yes. Or no, sorry, did they if they missed threes, they lost. Like it was
right.
very simple. This year I think things can be a little bit different. And you're watching all this stuff too, and I feel like you didn't even get to see like they have been a Kizzy in the fold here. Which I think is an underrated piece. Not an underrated piece, but like sometimes you forget that he's still on his roster. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see what starting lineup they roll out there. Do you have an early favorite on like what your starting lineup would be for this Louisville team? I mean, they're very
Shell
deep. They're
stat.
very deep. It's probably the second deepest team in the country, third deepest team in the country, probably.
Who would you have above them? Duke
Duke,
and
Duke and
Illinois?
Illinois or UConn. UConn's pretty
Yeah.
deep.
Zona kind of sneaky deep too.
Yeah, but I
It
guess what would your starting lineup be?
Shellstad, Woolley, Knox, Fulgaris, Flory.
I think that's what I'm going with too. You have Montgomery off the bench. You got a lot of great bench pieces with this team. Obviously, Duke is the cream of the crop in the ACC. Do you think, I guess, what do you think the outlook is for Louisville this year? I know you talked about like, you got nine Final Four teams or nine top five teams. Like, what's the ceiling for this team? Do you think it is a national title level team?
Well, I retired that bit after UNG told me to. So that bit's over, but they would be they're in my Final Four. Like if I had to do an early Final Four, Duke, Louisville, Texas, Illinois.
That's how you feel. Okay, that feels about right. It's gonna be a fun year in the Yum Center. Yum Center is low key a crazy name for an arena. We will have to talk about that eventually. But it's gonna be a fun year to watch Louisville, and if these clips are any indication, this team is gonna be very, very fun.